Welcome everybody to 2026. My first event, my first stream of the new year. In the cockpit with Daniel Corso. I got to get rid of that mirror. NASCAR officially announced the new points format today for real life Cup Series. And we are back to a similar version of the 10 race chase. To do that, we are going back to the future in something far faster than a DeLorean. The Gen 4 Cup cars here at Iowa Speedway. And I obviously need to take a moment and set my settings a little different.
One more lap to go.
Oh, way different. All right, let's get off the track. Welcome in the cockpit with Daniel Corso. I'm here to try to make this look as good as possible. Bear with me just a goddamn minute. I can go down to none for that. That's not good. We're doing it. Sorry for doing all this stuff live in the Technicolor as we go. It's been a minute and a half since I've been on here. Oh, that's why. That's the problem is right there. Yeah, we'll try that. Let's grid up. Let's go to the starting lineup. You'll have to forgive me for breaking the cardinal rule and leaving the chair empty, especially during scene transition. But I remember this is a 100 lap event here at Iowa Speedway in the Gen 4 Cup Series cars. And my drink was literally at the bottom. I had to grab while I could grab. So please forgive me. That is the perks and the percolations of doing all this shit live instead of trimming it down for videos and stuff like that. Because frankly, I work too many hours, and one day I'll get to it and I'll start doing it more regularly once I figure out how to do it. But that's the hard part, and I haven't got to it yet. So please bear with me and enjoy the show.
Waiting on the final car to grid.
All right. 100 laparoonies. Very high strength of field, 2.4K average among 16 drivers in this field, much higher than where I am. So if I have a good performance here, I could see my I rating going up quite a bit. Also, with it being a long race, if I can stay out of a lot of trouble, that would help my safety rating, which I have now gotten back my A license. I'm embarrassed that I ever lost it, friends. I'll tell you that right now. That's not me. It embarrasses me when my safety rating gets that low, because I know that I don't drive that way, and I know there's a million people that'll say a million things about get good and all that stuff. I'm not here to try to defend myself against that kind of stuff. Not that I expect you to, but if you watch my videos or if you watch videos of me in action, you will see that at least 85 to 90% of the time, it is literally something that I can't avoid or something that happens that is completely like outside of my realm of holy shit, where'd that even come from? But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this. We in corn country, we got 100 laps to go here, and then we can get the fuck out of Iowa. Just kidding, Iowa. I love you. I love corn, at least. I've never been to your state, I don't think. If I have, it's been a while. But damn it, we're here in virtual Iowa now. We're here in our virtual Gen 4 Cup cars, and we are going back to the future to celebrate NASCAR's return to the chase points format. Let's go back to the Jimmy days.
The pace car is in.
And let's race like Tony and Carl. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. And girls.
Inside. All clear, all clear. All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
We have an early caution flag. As in turn 1. Big surprise. You're an asshole if you remind everyone that there's cold tires.
2, car by.
Oh. Apologies to you. I did not know you were right there, my friend.
It's too late, but
Heads up, 2,
tires.
car. Pit road is now open.
I missed the memo.
All right. Hopefully I've got my shifter fixed. I took that whole thing apart, re-greased everything, including the parts that I never actually touched before. So somebody said that worked good for them. It seemed to be back to okay for me. I'm sure I just fucking jinxed it. But hey, thanks for joining me again. If you're checking this out live or in the future, I appreciate any and all support to the channel. If you enjoy your time here, please hit that like and subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. The drive for subscribers continues in a year to 2026. We are once again represented by, at least in my own mindset and in terms of presentation and any events possible, represented with the number 26. That number carries a lot of meaning to me for a lot of different ways. And I am happy to say that I am representing the 26 and 26, and that I hope to make it a big year in terms of not only my performance here, but for the channel, with your support, please. And to be able to hopefully move forward with some of the things I'd like to do, some charitable endeavors that I'd like to do. Just because somebody happens to know my YouTube channel, you know, that'd be cool. Also looking very forward now to the NASCAR season getting started. I know we still will have issues with the cars, but the fact of the matter is, now it comes down to who can do what for the longest time, right? We're back to racing. We're basically back to a full season point. Okay, because the guy in 16th place in points is likely not winning the championship, even if they reseed everything. Okay. Yes, it gives them something to talk about at the bottom of the field down there. I guess that's okay as long as they don't harp on it too much. But we basically have a full season of points with just a small break and a little bit of enhancements there to some points. So I think Mark Martin said it best compromise we were going to get. And I think that we should all take it, celebrate it, and run with it. No negs, all positives. Let's move forward, shake our heads, shake our hands, and watch our favorite drivers do their thing. And here, we're going to do the same thing. Welcome back to Virtual Iowa Speedway. We are going under caution here. Getting ready to go back to green. I am in 10th place, up 4 spots from where I started. Likely due to just all the guys that either pitted or wrecked. Getting ready to go green.
Green flag, green flag. Good job, man. You're the top man. Got one inside. Say hi. Still there. Clear low, clear low.
I got to get a feel. I know I'm letting these guys pass me. I know I'm falling back. I got no practice, and I fucked up one of my 2 qualifying laps, I should say, because I didn't have my setup right. So I'm taking a minute to get a feel for what this thing's going to do going in and coming out of the corner like that right there. I need to know it's going to do that before I start racing hard, right?
Clear low.
No, I don't want to do that though. No sliding up into the fucking dirt, into the dirty shit though.
Got one inside.
All right.
The car in front pitting. Still there. That was your fastest lap of the session. Clear low, clear low.
Back to the show.
Queuing up now should get us to the finish.
Okay, that's early enough, right? Rule number 1. Before you can race your competitors, you have to drive the track.
Fastest lap of the session.
I think we're starting to get a little bit of a feel for that. Got to watch turn 2 with that banking change. We're going to use our brakes to stay on the darker portion of the track, the corners as much as possible, and not get too much throttle until we know what's okay on the straightaways, especially the front straightaway, because it is still technically a tri-oval, so it's a turn. We're not going straight.
That car is a lap down.
And this backstretch, it takes a minute to get your shit together, so you're not going straight there either. This is not an easy track, and these cars have a lot of power and a lot of ability to spin, but just maintain. I'm going to go into shut the fuck up mode here for a couple of moments, make sure that I've got my shit together, and then I'll be talking again. Keeping in mind, we have a very long way to go. We have just completed lap 11 of a 100 lap scheduled event. So we're a 10th of the way through. We've already suffered through 1 caution. Hopefully we can avoid that. I'm just going to use this time to try to keep my tires fresh, see what kind of fuel I can do there. We're not getting full throttle until we're all the way past that curve, and we're using the corner, I should say, through 3 and 4, right there where the dark spot is, to try to determine how much, if any, brake we need to give.
Got one outside. Still there? Hold your line. All clear, all clear.
That guy got a hell of a run, but couldn't maintain that, so we're going to just see what we can do here. That's interesting. We diamond that little bit more. We kind of avoid the whole lump coming out of turn 2. Let's try that again.
That was your box.
Follow these guys. I like that. We go all the way down. We're going to have to change tires if we're doing this strategy. But we also get to come up and kind of avoid that bump. Hmm. What are we doing first? We're racing we're driving the track, then we're racing the competitors. So I'm catching these guys, but I got to make sure that I'm still watching my mirror a little bit and watching my line. Because if I'm watching number 15 in front of me and I'm not braking good enough, or I'm coming off a turn 2 fucked up, there it goes. I'd like to point out in the number 13, lucky number 13 in this race, a 16 car field here in the Gen 4 Cup Series cars at Iowa Speedway. I am in the red and black with gray highlights, number 13, unsponsored, no logos. I have decided that for the 26th season, unless there is a specific reason, or if someone is happily giving me compensation for representation, I will not be putting logos on my car unless it's my own. And that's not because a lot of the sponsors that are on iRacing or anything that I could add on wouldn't be cool. It's just very simply, I would like to represent some of the companies that I already represent, if they would be willing to enjoy being mentioned on a extremely regular basis with a regular content creator with a unique background and hopefully a growing following. You know I gotta do self-promotion. If anybody checks this out, please share it with your friends. Tell your friends, hey, this guy runs his mouth and drops F-bombs. I'm also good at obscure 80s references, too.
The gap is 1.2 seconds.
I see the leader is coming up on me. He's got about a I've got about a 7-second gap on him still. But he is coming up. We are coming up on the 1/4 of this race being done. At the 25 lap mark, will be completed in just over another lap. I don't believe it is time for a set of tire changes yet. I just think it's time to be cool like Honey Bunny. Jules, you give that fucking Nimrod $1,500, I'm gonna shoot him on principle alone. Sorry, that's probably not appropriate for YouTube. I'm sorry. Somewhere on this YouTube platform is a clip from Pulp Fiction where John Travolta is saying the exact same thing in character, so please forgive. Also, I own no copyrights or any type of anything like that to Pulp Fiction. That's all Quentin. That's all his. That's all awesome. I just think it's awesome. Hello, Nicholas. How's the hand? A little bit sore. The leader is gaining. We have had an extremely long green flag run now. Since that immediate caution flag on lap 1, we've been green ever since. And I know I've been one of the more gentle on my tires, so I'm not sure exactly how everybody else is feeling right now. Doesn't look like, it looks like anybody that's pit up till now was like an early pit, probably because they got into an incident or something like that. So I'm just gonna mellow here and just drive the track. Try to play it as safe as I can. Long way to go. Like I said, very high strength of field, very high average I rating. Average I rating here is 2,400. My I rating going into this race is in the 1,300 range. So again, a good performance here should give me a good boost. Hopefully I can pull that off and keep it safe in the meantime. I just got my license back, my A license back, right before they bring Bristol dirt. So number one, I guess I can't lose my A license oval because it'll fuck up my dirt oval if anything. But got my A license back, and what I'd really like to do is use this opportunity to get above the 4.0 mark in my safety rating for my A license. So that way it actually takes some fucking work on the part of all these nimrods who race with such an I don't give a fuck attitude to their virtual cars. I don't know about a lot of the other people playing. They might just be playing on controller on their shitty, computer that barely runs it. That's fine. If that, I support you if that's how you run it. But that being said, there's a lot of us who have posted. I've got probably nearly $1,000 in content and subscriptions put in, and that's just in the last couple of years here on iRacing. And that's not including the additional monies for my rig and for my PC and for my gear and everything like that, and the extra little stuff that I choose to have to help me bring content to you guys. So these are big investments. This isn't just buying the yearly edition of Forza Gran Turismo or Formula One or anything like that. I know the first two aren't yearly, but you get the drift. And it's not fucking Mario Kart. This shit's expensive. A lot of us have this because we can't own real race cars. So, be nice if there was just a bigger level of respect in terms of
The leader is coming up on you. They're not
how we race and how we are raced and how we're expected to race. I said on a forum post today, I am going to use this opportunity to pit right now.
outside. All clear, all clear.
Hold on. Let me do this.
Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. All right, that's it. Go.
We get back on track here, guys. Sometimes it's hard to maintain pit road speed, not spin out, and bullshit. Okay, I hope doing that doesn't completely relegate me. I hope this stays green and everything just cycles through a bit. Now bear with me, I got cold tires here again, so I'm gonna fall into silent mode, or at least vibrate, for a couple of laps. I am currently showing us 2 laps down, by the way. With the leader showing on lap 40, me showing on lap 38, 41 and 39 actually now respectively. Not just easy to pass these guys because you got better tires and shit, because you got to still maintain your control and make sure they do too.
Still there? Hold your line. You're clear high, clear high.
Off the wall.
That car is a lap down.
And if I said off the wall and you're wondering, Jesus Christ, is he going to start singing Michael Jackson now? Probably. It won't be that song though, because I don't know the words. I'll probably fuck you guys up too and pull one out of the gate, pull one out of the catalog like, be not always. And you'll be like, the hell? I'm just running my mouth while I try to pass these cars because I've got fresher, faster tires.
Outside. All clear, all clear.
Trying to stay mellow with these newer tires, not trying to fuck these up. Gotta make these last. I do have one more set if the opportunity arises, but there is another good chance that these could be the last tires I have, so let's act like we got some sense.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
All right. We're coming up real quick on the halfway mark of this race. And I am waiting to start hearing things like the leader is pitting now, car in front of you is pitting, the car behind you is pitting. All right, well, next time I'm on the backstretch, I'm going to try to take a swig of this damn Verner's because I'm thirsty and I want to keep talking, but my mouth's dry.
The car in front is pitting.
Ready, set, go. Car in front is pitting. That meant the car in 13th place because I'm currently showing in 14th. Although that might change here momentarily. So it doesn't, when it says that, it doesn't mean the car right in front of me necessarily. It means the car in front of me position-wise. In this case, would have been 13th.
Outside. Stay low. You're clear high, clear high.
I understand that these guys are on the lead lap. I hope they understand I'm faster than them because I've pitted like 40 laps fucking more recently. I'm not trying to fuck them up. We are officially halfway this time. I'm not trying to screw up their race, and I obviously don't want them to screw up mine. You know, I'm trying to come from behind, they're trying to maintain, so. We are currently showing in 14th place. Still 2 laps down. Obviously, things have not cycled through. We'll see what we can come up with once they do. We were going a lap down right when we pit. So what I'm hoping is that by pitting this many laps in front of the leaders and still trying to be nice to my tires right now, that I have an opportunity to use that to my advantage to get that lap back, so to speak, on the track while everybody's pitting and, you know, see where I can go from there. So hoping to use these newer tires to my advantage. Let's see if it works. Apparently I don't need to pit anymore, according to what I was told earlier. It said if I pit then that we'd be fine, and I went a lot longer, so. All right, back to the silent treatment for a few moments, if you don't mind. I know it only been lasting a few seconds, but I'm trying to get my shit together, so. go to a quiet place for the moment.
The car in front is pitting.
Trying to keep the turns nice and tight and rotated, but at the same time, not fuck my tires up, not waste anything, not spin them, not grind them, just roll. Well, as I said a few laps back, we are past halfway now in this 100 lap event. Appreciate you climbing in the cockpit with Corso, taking the ride along with me here this evening. I'm looking forward to continuing to grow, hopefully, quickly, in 2026. I've got a lot of new things that I hope you will enjoy as I improve upon existing additions recently made. I pride myself in trying to make this a fun and broadcast-like experience for you all at the same time. Currently showing in 12th place, still 2 laps down. We are behind number 11, who is a lead lap car, but again, has not pitted yet. You can see he is loose as hell. I just want to get past him now.
Stay high. Still there? Hold your line. Stay high. There's the car on the low side. Clear low, clear low.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Alright. Guys are pitting, so let's get around this place. That's all I ask. We've been saving tires. Let's go. All right, the guy right behind me has pitted sooner, and he is a lap ahead of me, so we're going to let him by, because we don't want to be that guy and hold him up.
Inside. Clear low, clear low.
So I'm curious to see if I got 1 lap back, or if I'm still stuck 2 laps down once everything rotates through. This guy in front of me is pitted much sooner than much more recently than I did, by 10 laps, and he is all over the place. All right. We're just gonna try to push through here. Long way to go. But if I do, I'm not gonna be the only one. That's for damn sure. Okay, do I drive this track just a little different now that I'm trying to save some shit? Is that what I'm doing here? So far, nothing has changed, but a couple of guys up front have not. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna say have not yet pit.
Down, I'm pitting.
The leader is heading now.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
The gap is 9.5 seconds. You got one inside. All clear, all clear.
Thanks.
And 4. All right, so we're in 12th. That is currently giving us a negative I rating just because we are that's only a 16 car field, but only by a little bit. If we can get even 1 or 2 positions higher, we may be able to pull some positive I rating out of this. Let's keep our fingers crossed. We don't want to keep talking about it. We still have 30 laps to go. I'm going to say this stuff and then the caution's going to come out, but I'll just do it anyway. Again, want to thank everybody. Welcome to 2026. This is my first streaming event of the year. I've been kind of taking just a slight little off season. I know I said there was no off season, but I just kind of wanted to take a step back and practice my racing ability without worrying about my stream. I found, oh, hold on a second. We'll stop talking. We're going to have a caution probably here. We've got solo car spinning in the backstretch.
Crazy, dude.
Now, hold on. Don't overdo it there. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We'll let this guy by us if we have to. Not a big deal. Hold on. Back to paying attention.
Be aware of your surroundings next time, dude.
You got one inside. Stay high. All clear, all clear.
Looks like we are getting ready to hit 75 laps complete in this race. 25 to go.
Stay high. There's the car on the low side. All clear, all clear.
I'm letting these guys pass because it honestly isn't affecting me. And even the next guy behind me, I'm in 12th, he's in 13th, but he's a lap behind me. So I can let him go too. I'm just trying to cruise right now. Gain some experience once again in this car. Celebrate NASCAR and its return back to a version of its roots. I know it's not the full season points. I was digging for that too, but you know what? This is really, really close to that. So let's take what we got, shut the fuck up, enjoy the real life racing season that's coming up, and the year-round racing season here. Not only on the iRacing service, but here in the cockpit with Daniel Corso and my other future productions. I look forward to getting a few of those working and having
Hey man, will you get the fuck past me?
those shared with you as well. All right, past the 80. Are we? These tires are very old. These tires are older now than the ones that I put on when I replaced them. If I wasn't so adamant about wanting to gain at least 1 or 2 more spots and get some positive I rating out of this endeavor, I would pit again just for ease of use for this last bit on fresh tires and everything, but I can't do that. I've got to stay out here. I gotta, as long as everybody else is staying out. Although it's all fucked up, and second place is coming up behind us, 4 seconds back, and then first place is coming up behind us at 5.8 seconds back. So this is a jumbled up field because of this long, super awesome green flag run. Not probably as exciting to watch, but it's actually kind of exciting to be a part of.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, we have 20 laps to go, but that means there's actually a couple laps less than that because we're a couple laps down and iRacing doesn't know how to recognize that properly. What can I tell you? I love the service. I love the options that it provides. I love the racing. I love the competition. But there's some minor shit that just exists way too long. And no matter how much money they get, that just gets pushed to the wayside. They got new tracks, they got new scans, they got all this. I appreciate all that, but there are a lot of minor league things that just, honestly, it'd be one thing if they had just existed for a while, or they've existed for as long as I can remember. Again, not major things, more nitpicky than anything, but if I'm being truthful, shit costs a lot of goddamn money, and those minor league things should be fixed because this shit costs a lot of money. Now, this could be the spot that I'm looking for. This guy, hold on a second though.
Still there, hold your line. Clear low, clear low. Inside. Stay high. All clear, all clear.
I am up to 11th, and that puts me in the positive I rating slot. Yippee for me. Let's keep this going. We don't have far to go. And there's a lot of guys that are pitting, so that actually might, I might get more spots. They might get me back with their fresh-ass tires here, but we're close to the end, so we'll see what we got. Even fresh-ass tires are cold-ass tires when they first come out, so it still takes a couple of laps to get them some bitches going the right way without spinning yourself out. So we don't have that long to go. Right now, 11th place. I believe still 2 laps down. Yes, that is correct. All right, we're going to switch the weight jacker up here a little bit.
The leader is sitting now.
All right, let's get our shit together. We don't have far to go. Back to driving the track. Back to driving the track. Drive the track. Drive the track. Don't touch nothing.
Car 1 has taken the lead.
These guys coming up behind me are both on the lead lap, fighting for position. We're going to let them both by. Same with the guy behind them if it comes to it.
We have 10 to go this time by. Got one inside. Clear low, clear low. Got one inside. All clear, all clear.
th place. Pumping in a sweat and trying to finish this one off. This has been a superb green flag run. I'm sure it is. Yes, absolutely superb green flag run. Bit of strategy all the way around. Saw a lot of different things. Now we're just trying to close it out, last handful of laps, and end up with as good a position as we can to finish off, and hopefully keep the safety rating to go with it, because this should be a good jump for us. Knock on wood, I shouldn't have said that. All right, I'm going to try to talk this down, but at the same time, I got to pay attention because these tires, this is hard to drive right now, so bear with me. We're going to follow the lead of TJ, our spotter, with the information he gives.
That car is a lap down.
No, don't want to do that.
Outside. You're clear high, clear high.
Nobody else on this lap, I don't believe. We are stuck in 11th place as we sit. But we just don't want to do anything stupid and lose it. The only thing that's going to cost us this spot is us doing something stupid. And hopefully somebody else in front of us does something stupid so we can actually pull off a top 10 here in these last 5. But again, we don't have 5 to go. We have 2 to go. We're going to have 2 to go as soon as we hit the line here, I betcha, because that's just how it goes. There you go. There's the announcement. We are 2 laps to go here when we hit the line. This 100 lap event went pretty quick actually when it stays green like that. And we tried to keep our tires as green as we could, although we heard just a bit ago that the right front's getting red. But we just have to come around here. We're going to catch the white flag as we come around this time, and that's one more lap. We're closing out this edition of the NASCAR Gen 4 Cup Series at Iowa Speedway. White flag is out. Let's see what happens. Anything change here in the last lap of this corny short track?
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
Spot on for the fuel. We are not going to miss a spot. We are going to come around. We're going to get 11th spot.
Good one.
Hear from everybody as we end. What a
There's the checkered flag.
fantastic race, guys. Thank you.
About 10 laps short. I almost thought about staying out and trying to see if we can push.
All right. We're going to mute that. I'm going to roll into the pits. We're going to take a second and park this bitch, get into the motorhome, and do a little bit of review, see what we got. Back in a few. back in the coach. I know there's a little bit of lighting issues going on here. We've had some power issues lately and everything like that. Plus, the Matrix is trying to take away the fuzz here. Hey, you know what? We're gonna do a quick thing here. Let's do this. All right. Let's take a look here. What happens right at the beginning, right there? The 9 just gets loose and somebody else gets into him. That's just that happens right off the bat. Anybody else get collected? Doesn't look like it. That's what caused our only caution. This is going to be a quick recap of incidents because that was fucking it. I mean, more or less. Let's see what else maybe pops up, if anything. Looks like one gentleman I saw, one driver back there may have scraped the wall. We had no other caution flags, ladies and gentlemen. This was a amazingly long green flag run strategy race. Congratulations to the winner, of course. I don't know what to say. There's not much to see. There's normally a race recap I want to do, but it's just us going in circles like we just did. So, you know what? Good enough for me, though. I appreciate that kind of racing. That's what I'm hoping for. I would have liked maybe another caution just to get myself back in the mix a little bit, but hey, I ended up positive in the I rating, and I'm sure I ended up fantastic in the safety rating. Let's take a second. Once again, I'll be right back. We're just going to take a quick step away while I change the view here and take a look and see exactly how we get scored for that race. Back in a minute. You know what? For a 100-lap race, I would have liked to have seen a bigger jump in safety rating than 0.25. But at the same time, I know it's an average of X amount of laps that I've had, and a lot of those were rough as all hell. So I'm happy with that. That's a good chunk back up compared to considering the fact that just a couple of days ago I was in the one point something to low 2 D license after getting booted down, and made myself back up into the A license with an automatic promotion over 4.0. It took me back down to 3.55, and in this case here, there's 3.8, something like that, and then now I'm at 3. Good deal there. In this class, obviously finishing, what was I? Laps down? Yeah, 2 laps down. I was the first car 2 laps down. And that's just because of the way the pit cycled through and everything like that. I ran it slow at the beginning. I was trying to run it slow to keep my tires good. But as it turned out, the long green flag run, by running it slow like that, just let them catch me. And I never had any chance to really catch up because I let myself get too far behind. It was all on me. But you know what? I had 0 incidents. I didn't cause any issues. I got out of everybody's way that I needed to. I almost finished top 10. And I ended up positive in both safety and I rating. So consider that a win. Consider that a great welcome back into 2026. Welcome back to the NASCAR Chase for the Championship this year. And welcome back, all of you. Thank you once again for your support. It is always greatly appreciated. I am Daniel Corso. If you've enjoyed any of your time here, please hit that like and subscribe button. It will do me and many others great service in the future. I would very much appreciate that. In the meantime, I hope you had some fun taking the ride along with me tonight. I will see you at the next race. Out.